you doing, friends? So I just finished butchering this this deer. This is the hind quarter. I cut it down and removed the bone to make it into more manageable pieces, because I'm gonna be seasoning these and putting them in 1 gallon freezer bags. This right here is the rib. I also, cut it down the middle and sliced them into more manageable pieces. And these are going to go into 1 gallon freezer bags as well. And here is the loin. I don't know if you can see this, but this is the loin. Nice. Look at that. Nice. So anyways, I'm going to be, I washed these, I rinsed them off with water to get some of the hair off of them. And I also rinsed them off. After rinsing them off with water, getting the hair off them, I rinsed them off with a bit of vinegar. I wash all of my meats with vinegar, chicken, pork, and anything. I always wash it with vinegar before I season it and throw it in the freezer for storage. So I'm just gonna put the basic seasonings on there, because I don't like to do anything fancy. It's just salt, pepper, and a bit of Mrs. Dash, and that's all it needs. You can add a dry rub or barbecue sauce later on if you feel like it, but the basics, that's what I do before I put it in the freezer. It preserves the meat better. It keeps better in the freezer when it's seasoned and washed with vinegar. So that's what I'm gonna do right now, and let's get to work. So I got my basic 4, which is salt, and I'm just gonna spread a sprinkle of salt to this on this hind quarter, the top side. Not a lot, just enough to get a little flavor in there. You don't want this heavily salted. You're not drying this meat or anything like that, but just a sprinkle of salt, get it evenly coated, and then I go with the pepper. Sprinkle it on, nothing heavy, just sprinkle it on right there. Get the ribs, nice sprinkle. I always use Cajun pepper. That's my favorite. A little bit of that, because it's hot. You just want a little bit of flavoring. This is just going to marinate itself. And when you defrost it, it basically marinates itself when it's defrosting. So, okay, now the garlic and herb, salt-free Mrs. Dash. You can spread a liberal amount of that on there. All right. There we go. Spread a nice amount of that, because you really can't. It's not easy to overdo it with Mrs. Dash, so just make sure they're all coated evenly. Got a nice coat on every piece. All right. So now I go and I turn the pieces over. Look at this. Got a lot of nice steaks here. A lot of nice deer steaks. All right. Turn it over. Turn it over. Turn the ribs over. You want to season both sides of the ribs. Doesn't matter if there's not that much meat on the back side. Want to season it. Let me dry off my hands a little bit. Alright, so a little bit of salt. Just sprinkle it on. Just a sprinkle. You don't want to overdo it. You just want to be able to take this out of the freezer and defrost it and throw it right in the oven without any hassle. Now, if you want to add whatever you want to add extra to it later on, no problem. But this is basically what I do with all my meats, whether it be chicken, pork, steak, any meat. So sprinkle the pepper on. Right, the same process. A little bit of cayenne pepper, sprinkle it on, let it rain. There we go. All right. So I inspected my my vehicle, and yeah, I do have some damage. I noticed I have a little bit of damage there. It's nothing serious, but the labor is what's gonna kill me to get it fixed. So anyways, it could have been a lot worse. I got off lucky. And when life gives you a deer, you fucking eat it. Easy as that. So Miss Dash is on there. Okay. Now I'll do the same with the loin. This magnificent piece of deer here. Just a little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. Just a little bit. Nothing big. You don't want to overtake the flavor of the deer itself. Just a little bit of cayenne. Give it a little spice. Variety is the spice of life. Okay. Alright, so just a little bit of salt again. Just a little bit. Pepper. Sprinkle it. A little bit of cayenne. There we go. And Mrs. Dash. I love Mrs. Dash. She's so nice. Okay. A little bit of mustache over here. And yep, there we go. Now all I gotta do is just put these in 1 gallon freezer bags if I can find them. You know, I have no idea where they are, but that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna start with the 1 quart freezer bags. Here, there's only 2 of us here in my home, me and my wife. So this is a meal, and whatever I can fit into the 1 quart bags, because I don't have that many 1 gallon freezer bags. So if I can fit this in the 1 quart bag, excellent. I think it should fit. Very nice. Look at that. Very nice. So I cleaned the edges of the Ziploc bag here so it'll close and be airtight. So these go in 1 gallon bags because they're big. Boy, oh boy. Gonna be having deer for this Christmas. Okay, here's 1 steak. Ooh. This is another one. I think I could have fit that in a quart bag, so I'm going to try to put it in a quart bag. See if it fits. If it doesn't, big deal. Come on. See if this baby fits in the quart bag. Because this 1 steak here, this will feed both of us. So yeah, fit in the quart bag. Alright. This will fit in a gallon bag, so that'll be excellent. Put it in there, spread it out. All right, there you go. It's in there. This little piece here I'll throw in the quart bag with the other little steak. And we're gonna throw the loin in a gallon Ziploc bag. These are freezer bags, so make sure to use freezer bags. You want to prevent freezer burn as much as possible. If I had a food saver, I would definitely be putting this in a. You know what? I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna just cut it in half because this is just a lot. We'll put this. I'm gonna cut this right down the middle. Yep. And if I had a food saver, I would definitely be packing this in the vacuum bags. But I don't. I asked Santa Claus if he could bring me a food saver for Christmas. I've been a good boy. So maybe he'll get me one for Christmas. Who knows? Anyways, here is another. Here's half of the loin. And let's see if we can fit the other half of loin on the pork bag. Yep. So yeah, your zipper to the Ziploc bags are gonna get like spices on them. They're gonna get dirty. You make sure to clean them off with a paper towel before you seal the bag. You want a nice seal. So there goes the other half of the loin. All right. And I'm going to do some ribs here. I got 3, and I got 1 more here. So I'm going to throw this steak right there. Easy as cake. So you can see that rib was huge. So I'm going to put these two pieces of rib in the 1 gallon bag. Alright. And here goes this one. We'll put this one with the edge up. That's it. Alright. I'm gonna put this little slice in there with that one. Alright. Perfect. Not enough bags for the job. Good. So, yeah. Here's the other rib. The other piece of rib. Put that in there. And there you go. Deer is butchered. It's packaged and it's ready to go in the freezer. And I'm a happy camper. You know, just make sure you clean off the zipper, because you're gonna have like salt and Mrs. Dash in there and pepper. Just wipe it off with a paper towel and squeeze the air out of it and seal it, and you should be all right. Thanks for watching, guys.